So you thought harvesting root crops was going to be easy, but now you've got millions of liters of product? What do you do with it all? Let's go make some soup. If you enjoyed today's video, make sure to hit like, subscribe, and turn on your notifications. How's it going, everybody? Driver53 here, and today we're going to be taking a look at the soup factory and seeing if this is going to be a worthwhile investment. Now, root crops, you can get a ton of product, but they don't actually have a very high value per 1,000 liters. You might need somewhere to store it also, so why not go ahead and throw it into a production? Unlike some of the other productions, the soup factory, you only have one option, and that's going to be either one that's on a map or the one that you can put down from the menu. It is $405,000 though, so is it going to be a worthwhile investment? Let's go and take a look here at this spreadsheet. First column, you can see these are your inputs and the prices that you're going to be able to get for those crops if you didn't use the production at all. And this is per 1,000 liters. And it's also on the easy economy at the peak estimated price. And what that means is that you're not going to sell your crops at rock bottom. You're going to sell them when they're most profitable. So that's the value that I've got here on this column. You can see we've got carrots, parsnips, potatoes, and red beets. And then you've also got another section down there that says carrot, parsnip, red beet. Well, you're going to be able to do a triple recipe here and make a triple soup. The other ones are all singular. So you're going to be able to have 5 different soups that come out of this facility. And all the prices that you're seeing on this sheet are all in the easy economy with the peak estimated price. So if you're looking for normal economy, it's going to be 60% of what you're seeing right here. And if you're looking for hard economy, it's going to be 33% of what you're seeing on this sheet. The next 2 columns are going to be the input quantity per cycle and the input value per cycle. So you can see that for the 4 main recipes that you're going to have, it's 300 in, and it's going to be 100 in on the triple soup. So that means that you're putting basically the same amount into every single one of these soups, which is 300 liters. And the input value per cycle, that is how much each one of these cycles is going to cost you. So 300 liters of carrots is $136.50. The next 2 columns here are the output and the sell price of that output. So you got carrot soup, parsnip soup, potato soup, red beet soup, and triple soup. So a total of 5 different items that you're going to be able to make here. And the price is, once again, $2,665 for your carrot soup, all the way down to $2,820 on your triple soup. The next 2 columns here are your output quantity per cycle and the value of that cycle. So each one of these is going to give you 75 liters of soup. Doesn't matter which recipe it is. And your output value is anywhere from $190 all the way up to $280. How many cycles are you going to be able to do a month? Well, it's 144 on your regular recipes, or the triple soup, it's only 120. Production costs are going to be $120 per month. Doesn't matter the recipe. How much are you going to be able to make every month? Well, it's going to be anywhere from $25,000 for your triple soup all the way up to $40,000 on your potato soup. Now, once again, these are estimated peak prices right here. So you could have a little bit more variance in your economy that's happening on your game save, but this is going to be pretty close. Now, the next column here is showing how much each one of those volumes of inputs would have been worth if you wouldn't have run it through this production facility. So for your carrots, if you would have taken the amount of carrots that you would have put into the soup, it would have been about $19,656 worth. So you can see there's quite a bit of difference here in the input value, which is what the crop without running it through a production is worth, and then the output, which is how much your soup is worth. And that's where this next column comes in right here. This is the additional revenue that you're making if you actually have this production and you run all of these recipes. So you can see that it's anywhere from about $7,100 on your potato soup all the way up to about $9,300 on your triple soup. And that's actually not a bad amount of additional revenue. I mean, $9,300. Who wouldn't want that? I mean, you do need 3 different crops for it: carrots, parsnips, and red beets. So maybe if you've only got one, maybe go with something like carrots or red beets, because that's around $9,000 just by itself. Now, the cost of facility, that is a big factor here, $405,000. So you're going to have to either take a loan out of the bank, or you're going to be able to just have that free cash to be able to actually build this facility. And then how long is it going to take you to actually make enough money back to get back to where you were, right? To get back to even before you spent that money? Well, it's going to be anywhere from 10 months if you're running potato soup, all the way up to 16 months if you're running the triple soup. Now, unfortunately, you're not going to be able to run multiple recipes at the same time to be able to help kind of boost up and shorten that amount of time that it takes to pay it back off, because this is a divided production. And what that means is that if you run one recipe, let's say carrots, You want to run that at full max speed. You've got everything in there. You're good to go. All right, it's going to produce the max amount that it is supposed to with the recipes. Let's say now you want to turn on parsnips also. You got a bunch of parsnips now. Well, if you're running 2 recipes, each one of these production values that I just showed you is going to be cut in half. And then if you turn on a 3rd recipe, now they're all only going to be running a 3rd. So you've got to be very careful about how much you expect out of this thing if you're running multiple recipes at the same time. Now, to help plan all that logistics, let's take a look here at the next 2 columns. Your max input volume per month is about 43,200 liters for your 4 main ingredients. And then for your triple soup ingredients, it's going to be 12,000 liters. And on the max output, you can expect to get about 11,000 liters of product. So, I mean, that's not too bad. You should have enough storage room in here. And like I said, you're not going to be able to run all of these at the same time. So you're going to be flipping things on, turning them off, and you're going to have plenty of storage. So I'm not saying it's the worst production, but it's definitely not the best either. I mean, it's going to take a lot of money to invest in root crops here because each one of these is going to kind of have a little bit of a different harvester. You got to have a beet harvester, you got to have a potato harvester. It's going to be expensive just to have that. And then $405,000 for this facility right here. I'm going to have to look at other ways to be able to process these crops to make a little bit easier money. Well, that's going to be it for today, everybody. If you enjoyed the video, go ahead and give it a like if you would. Make sure to hit subscribe and turn on your notifications to keep up to date on my future videos. While you're waiting on those future videos, go and check out one of these 2 right here. Have a great day, night, evening, everybody. Until next time, this is Driver53 signing off.